Okay, so we will go to transaction SC80. So in last class we have seen like how we can create basic screen. Today we will create some screen, complex screen, and we'll see navigation. Okay, and also we will see like how we can use tab strip and or table strip.
Mhm.
So let's create. So I'm creating this new program JetTest MP2.
So starting,
Hello, your voice is breaking.
okay, my internet connection is good. I don't see any problem. Now
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you now.
okay.
Okay, so I have just created one new program. Okay, with the include top. So it does not have anything here as of now in top, and here it is having just one include. Okay, so now let's create a screen. So first we will create one screen, for example this. Okay, we can give any number, so I'm giving 8,000 for example. Okay, and this is my normal screen, so I can write my home page, for example.
Uh, Abhishek, hello.
Yes, yes.
Means your voice is it's
Breaking.
cutting off, breaking. Yeah.
Okay, let me check my internet. This looks good. Uh, I think speed is fine. Uh, Maybe it is fluctuating. Can you hear me now properly, or it is breaking?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Mhm.
in the middle of the sentences,
Sentence.
I'm
Okay.
losing some 2 or 3 words. Yeah.
Okay, so then let me switch to my mobile network. Maybe some network issue.
Okay.
I connected with 5G, but let me connect. So now it is clear. Hello, can you hear me, Abhijit?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
This is
Okay,
very
we can
slow.
start. Let's see.
Okay,
Hmm.
should I continue here? Okay, so if it breaks, I will switch back. So I have created this one screen.
Yeah.
I am saving it, and now I'm going to layout.
Mhm.
So this is my first screen. So I am just creating, for example, one button here. Okay, so just I want to check the navigation. So I am giving just one name here. Go next, for example, and here I'm giving VTN1. Okay, and the function code I am giving here,
Mhm.
for example, go or next, anything I can give. So next I'm giving. Okay, if it is red, it means some mandatory parameter is not filled, but now we have filled everything, so we can activate this. And let's
Okay.
activate our program. So I have created one screen. There is some error. Let's see.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Protected section.
Uh, okay, my bad. This is the different program. Sorry, this is not our
Mm.
program. Okay, this is coming from different
Okay.
program. So
Yeah,
let
Z
me,
test. Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
let me activate our program only. So this is different. So our program is activated. Okay, so just we have created one button and let me create a transaction code for our program. So we can give transaction code name as, for example, G test MP2 underscore N, and this is our module pool program. So I can giving module pool demo. And this option I am choosing because I want to give screen number and program name. So our program name is MP2. So let me give MP2 and screen is 8000. So the first screen I want to call is 8000, and let me enable this UI support and save it. And now let's execute it. So here I can see this button is created, right? So I have not created other things. What I
Yes.
want, I just want whenever I click on this next button, I want next page, and I want to enable this back button. So how we can enable this? So for this, let me go back to SE80, and here if I let me come to my screen. So as I said, like in PBO, we can activate this. So let me enable this and let's create this object. So I'm creating one new, for example, gtest mp2.
But how that name appears there?
Which one? 1 minute. Please give me.
Time it name appears like 80001 like that. How that comes?
This one you are asking?
Yeah.
So whenever
Yes.
we double click, for example, so this module I have enabled. Okay, so when I double click, it will create this module. Okay, so in which include I want to create
Okay.
it. Okay, because we have top include
Okay.
and main program, or I want to create new include, so it will give me option. So what I decided, I will store my data here. Okay, and for PBO I may create one include, and for PAI I may create another include. So why I will do that? So that my code will be segregated. Okay, are you getting me? So we have created include, right, in our earlier code. Why we
Okay.
have created include? So let me show you those old program, then maybe you understand. So for example, for this fourth program maybe. Okay, so why we have created this includes?
Means
So that I in top I can store my declaration.
Declaration.
In select in cell I can create my selection screen. And in F01 I can write my form definitions, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is the purpose I have created this include. So the same purpose is here. So I have created this top include. So if I go here, let me save it. Yes. So you can see this is my main program. Okay, module program. And here I created this top include. And now I am creating these includes so that I can have different different places.
Okay.
Because it
But
is having
this,
mainly 2 events. So we are creating 2 includes for each event. Yeah. Yes. Tell me now.
but yeah, and this include names, it automatically takes, right?
So
Say
in
test MP20001
no, so we can give
801.
any name to include. So include is nothing
But
but a
yeah,
new
but
program. Okay.
yeah, but system for this name for this new include it system has taken the automatic name, like
No,
you are not given the name.
no. I'm giving. So system is like suggesting you can take this name. But if I
Uh-huh.
select this name, it is not starting with Z, it will give error.
Okay.
Okay. So it should start with Z first of all. So it is telling me you create this include, but I don't want to create for each and every module. I don't want to create include. So this is my programming standard. What standard I want to follow? I can save everything in this main program, like we have
Okay.
discussed, right? Why we are creating folders?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the main reason
Means
we are creating new
yes.
include. Okay, and why I'm
Mhm.
creating this new include with like I'm keeping this in my like in prefix, why I'm having this program name every time, so that whenever I view this program I will get all the things by searching this mp2.
Okay.
Okay, so if I search in se38 using this star, I will get all the include, right? I can write anything here.
Yes.
I can write J Abhishek and it will take that, it will create that include also. But for good programming
Mm-hmm.
practice, I'm giving some good include, you can say. So this is my PBO, process before output. So I can give PBO, some meaningful name. So whatever PBO code I will write now. So see, it is telling it is not created. Do you want to create? Yes. And now this include will get created and it is added here. And you can see this include get created. So this can be anything, but why I am giving this same name, so that I am following some naming convention, right? So if I have to search any include of this program, I can search with the star. So if I put a star here, it will list all the includes. Are you getting me or not? Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so let me activate this also. So what we have done, so we have here in PBO, I have just created this module, and now I am setting this PF status. Why I am setting this PF status? So that, sorry, so that I can create this application toolbar. Okay, so for this I will create G. I can give any name, but I'm giving G following the same. For example, PF status. When I double click, it will ask, do you want to create this? Yes. Okay. Now it will take me to create that. Okay. So this is my toolbar. For example, any heading I can give. And here what I can do for function key, I can assign this button as a back, for example. Okay. I can give any name again. And when I double click here, I can make this as a exit command. We have discussed exit command, right, in last class, but we will see again. So when I save it and activate it, so I have activated this and our PBO, and now I have to write the code, right, for this. So where I can write code? In here, right? Because whenever I perform any action, process after input event is getting triggered. So I think you are remembered in last class, right? So here what, so again I can create one new module, or I can use the same include, but I will create new because today we are going to write big program, so it's better if I write new. If I create new include, okay. So here what code I can write? If psi ucom equals to back what I want, and if I want to leave program, so
And
what I
if
can do, I will leave
yes,
program. Whenever I click
leave
on this back
program.
button, I will
Yes.
leave program. Okay, let me delete this program. It is creating confusion. Let me delete this program. Okay, now it will not come every time. Okay, so now test this. So how can we test? Come here, here, click here, and we are coming back, right? So this button is working
Hmm.
now. Now let's create
Okay.
couple of fields here. So I'm doing what we have already learned till now. Okay, why I'm doing again, so that
Mhm.
if you have any
Yes.
confusion, we can discuss that right away. So let me create but input. Okay. Let me create this input one. So this is my label one, for example, and the label is input one. Okay. Let's give this as INP1. Okay. And the type I want to give as an integer. For example, for this input, let's create another input. This we have already seen, but again I am repeating it so that if you have any confusion, we can discuss that. So let me give some name here. For example, LB2, and here let's give the name is input 2, and we can have okay, we have 2 input, and here let me give this INP2, and the type let me give as integer. Okay, and now let me create one output field. So this output field let me create. So this is our input 3, for example. Okay, and let me make this again as integer, and I want this as a output only, so it will be in disabled mode. Okay, and I want to create this, for example, one button. So BT2, and this button, for example, I can give name as a multiply, for example. Okay, and I can give anything here, function code, so I'm giving MUL for this. So till now we have designed a screen. Just any doubt till now, or you are clear till now?
No, clear.
Okay, fine. Now what I have to do, so first of all I have to define my all the input. So I will go to my top module, I will come here, and I will define data input 1 type I, input 2 type I, and input 3 type I. Okay, now if I come here, so whenever I click on add button, right, it will call this module. And here what I can do, so instead of if and if, we will try case. Okay, so what is case here? So case is nothing but instead of if else if, we can use case also. Okay, so this is new. So case SciUcom, so we are writing case SciUcom. So when the value is back, for example, okay, so when value is
Main
back,
value.
okay, what I will
Okay.
do, I will do this leap
New
program.
program.
Okay, so this is the new thing which we are covering today. And for example, when mul, okay, what we will do,
Multiply.
we will multiply. So input
Multiply.
3 equals to INP1 multiply INP2.
2.
Okay, and others as of now I'm not writing anything, and this code now I can remove, for example.
Okay. Uh, uh, Excuse me, Abhishek. When you write when you wrote case, then automatically when and when others
Yeah.
and end case
So we
automatically
can have
appears.
multiple when also. For example, if we have 10 buttons, we can have 10 when. Yeah, and why it has appeared?
But
Because I have pressed tab
uh,
button. So SAP is suggesting me, for example, when I type case,
mhm.
if I press tab, so it will
Acha.
generate that code automatically.
The case and press tab, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So anything if we are writing, SAP is suggesting, for example, if I am writing this, if I press tab, it will take this, something like that.
Okay, okay.
If I write if I do this, if it will generate if and if I write loop, okay, for example,
Mhm.
loop, if I press tab, it will generate this loop pattern, this.
Okay, okay.
So something like this. So this syntax is clear. So in others, I have not written anything.
Yes.
This is nothing but like a else. So I'm keeping it
Mhm.
blank, for example. And now let's execute and see what is happening. Okay, now if I write
Mhm.
23 into 2 and if I click on multiply, I will get my data,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
Now I
Mm.
want to validate it. Okay,
Mhm.
so how can we validate it? So
Valid Validate means you mean to say mandatory?
no, yeah, we can make it mandatory, or for example, if I want to validate like this field should be greater than this field should be less than this, for
Okay, okay.
example.
Ha.
So how can we validate?
Mhm.
So I want my input one should be greater than or less than
Input
10
two.
always, and input 2 should be greater
Mhm.
than 5. Okay, so
Okay.
this is my validation. So how can I do that? So I will write field, okay, and field is input
Mhm.
1. Okay, and here I can create module validate underscore input 1. Okay,
Mhm.
and for field second field also I can write field field input 2 module validate input 2, any name I can give. So I'm giving this validate input 1 input 2 so that we can understand why we have created this. Now I have defined this. Now I have to create this. So I will double click it. It will tell it is not created. Do you want to create? Yes. Where I want to create? So this is my process after input. So I will select the same include. Okay, so it will generate this code for me. Okay, here I can validate. So if input 1, for example, if I want to validate less than or greater than 10, okay, it should give error. So message, what message? Please enter input 1 less than 10, for example. Okay, and type E. And likewise I can create second. Okay, I will select PAI, and the same thing I can copy paste, and here instead of input 1, if it is input 2 and if it is less than 10, I can tell please enter input 2 greater than 10 or 5, let's for example. Okay, greater than.
If input two is
Please enter input 2 greater than 5.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's activate this and we will see. So whenever I execute this transaction, so I have given 2 here and here 12. So this is fine. And if I give 12 here, so see, please enter input less than 10, and it is disabling other field, right?
Hmm.
And if I give here 9, and if I give this as a 1, so it is saying this, it is disabling another field. So if I want to open all the fields, so for example, if I do multiply, it will not work. If I have to give greater than, then only it will work. Okay, now if I have, so what problem we are facing? So if there is multiple fields and agar एक field में error आ रहा है and we want other fields should be opened, it should not block other fields. So how can we achieve that? So for that, there is one very famous concept of chain and chain. Okay, so what I will do, I will write everything, my every validation inside chain and chain. And this is one of the favorite interview question asked.
What is this chain?
And chain. So I will keep my validation inside this and let's see what
Mhm.
difference it will make. So for example,
So sorry, Abhishek, can you repeat that chain again? Chain functionality.
so what we have done till now, okay, let me just first show you here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for example, here I'm giving
Yes.
2 and 12.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So it is fine. And if I give here, for example, 3, and if I press enter, see, I'm getting error here input 2,
Please
but
enter
it is
input
not
2 is
blocking
greater
other
than
field.
5.
But it is not
Mm.
blocking other field input 1. But earlier what was
Yes.
happened, it was blocking other fields. So for example, if we have big
Mhm.
form and if we got error in one place, then user has to wait to resolve that error. He cannot fill other fields. So sometimes we
Mhm.
got the get the requirements like it should allow other fields even though we have error in one field. Okay, this is what the expectation of the end user sometimes. So for that, what we can do, we
Mhm.
can use chain and chain. Okay,
Okay.
and here you can see one more problem. Whenever we are clicking on back button, it is not allowing us to go back, right?
Mm. Mm.
It is asking us, it is validating the thing. So this things also not happen. So how can we avoid this thing? So let me quickly tell them that thing. So /NACAT. So as you remember, we have created this back button here in TF status. And here I already assigned this exit command. So what this exit command? Okay, so if I don't assign anything, it will be the normal button, but now it is exit button with type of exit command. Okay, so for this, what I can do, how many minutes are remaining? 1 minute. Okay, so you just call me once our call is over. Okay, hello, hello, Avijit.
Yes, Abhishek. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
please call me, otherwise I will not.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is we have assigned this function type as E. Okay, for this button. So how can I make use of it? So for this, I need to create a module. For example, here, not this module, sorry. So let's go to screen. Okay, so I have to create new module called at exit command. So for example, I can create one more module. Any name I can give, user exit, for example, at exit command. Okay, user exit cmd, anything, let me give. Okay, so what is this? So whenever we assign any button with type E, okay, it will not validate or execute anything else. It will directly come to the module which is having this at exit command keyword. Okay, or any doubt? So here what I can write, I can write, for example, if sciucom equals to back, then I will leave program. And this code I do not want anymore here, so I will remove from here. So now let me tell you what I have done. So the problem was, what was the problem like? So whenever I was clicking on back button, it was validating the things, right? For example, here I was getting some error, right? And when I was clicking this button, it is validating this error. It is not going back, right? But now as the type is H and we have written exit command, so let's see, when I click here, it will directly come here. It has not validated anything here, so it has directly come here and it will execute this particular code. And if SciUcom value is back, it will leave the program. So see, it will leave the program, so it has not validated. So any doubt here, like, do you get what is exit command? It is very
Yes.
important. So
Yes.
अगर
Yes.
ऐसा होता है कभी हमारे स्क्रीन में कि कोई एरर आ रही है, कोई वैलिडेशन फेल हो रहा है, कोई मैंडेटरी फील्ड है फॉर एग्जांपल, है ना, और हमें अगर बैक जाना है या नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे जाना है, लेकिन वो अलाउ नहीं करता है समटाइम्स. So best example, let me show you. For example, when we create any table, so if in SE11, when I create any Z, any table, for example, when I create this, okay, यहाँ पे देखो ये मैंडेटरी फील्ड है, राइट, और ये मैंडेटरी है. अगर मैं कुछ और क्लिक करता हूं तो इट इज गिविंग एरर. सी, अगर मैंने यहाँ पे क्लिक किया, इट इज गिविंग एरर, इट इज नॉट गोइंग आउट, राइट. Hello,
Yes.
it is validating this,
Yes.
but when I click here, it again it is validating. See, so they have not given this exit command here, but in our case it is not validating, right? Why? Because we have
Yes.
given that exit command and we have written module with at exit command module. So
Okay.
so this is how we can avoid this situation, and this is one. So these two are very famous interview question, like Chen and Chen, why we use Chen and Chen, and what is at exit command. Okay. So
Okay.
I think we have only 2-3 minutes
Regarding
left.
chain when we use,
When we use, so when we are not using Chen and Chen, what it was doing, it, so whenever we are getting error, it is disabling other input fields.
okay.
Have you remember, or should I show you?
Yeah, once again, I think.
Okay, so let me show you. So as of now, how it is working. So for example, if we get any error here, for example, if I'm getting any error here, okay, fine, it is not disabling this field. I got error here, but it is not disabling this field.
Okay.
But when I
So
remove
means,
Chen and Chen, it will disable other fields.
disable the other field. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so till now everything is clear, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so now let's create one new screen. Okay, and we will see the navigation to that screen quickly. So whatever we are learning till now, we have already seen in last class, but again I am repeating, so it should be clear. Okay, let me check how many minutes. Okay, so we have 9 minutes, so we will cover navigation. So I'm creating 8010, for example. I can give any number here other than 1000, and here this is my second screen. Okay, and I have selected this normal screen. Let's activate this. So this is how we can create a screen. Okay, now I have to navigate to this screen, but before navigation I want to create one back button so that I can get back to previous screen. Okay, so let's design one back button. So here I'm creating one back button, for example. So btn3, and here I can give name as a back or go back, for example. Okay, so this button I have created, and here, okay, 1 minute, it is not allowing me to. Anyway, so here I can give this as a any function code I can give. So let me give what go GOBK I have given, anything I can give. Okay, or geo go back, let me give go back. Okay, function code. Now let me activate this, come back. So I have created one button to my new screen. Okay, now come here in our previous screen in flow logic. So I have, if you remember, I have created this button here, next button, right? And that function code is next for this button, right? So in this next button, what I want to navigate to the second screen. So how can I achieve this? So whenever I click on next button, it will call this PAI, right? This is clear, right? When it is calling this PAI. So after clicking on anything, it will call this, and before loading the screen, it will call this. So if I have to do anything, so I want to display this bar before this, so I have written that barcode here. See, I have said this PF status before. And after, if I want to do anything, for example, when I click on anything, I want to validate, so that code I will write here. So I on click on next button, I want to navigate, so that code I will write here, right? So I can create either new module, or I can use any existing module. So I'm writing here. So here I can write when next. Okay, so what I have to do, call screen, which one? 8010, that's all. And in 8010, when I click on go back button, right?
Okay.
So I have to come back, right? So how can I come back? So let me create this module also. And here I can write if SciUcom equals to go back, right? It was go back, right? So, and if, so in this case, I have to leave to previous screen. So how can I write leave to screen 0? It means it will, so अगर मान लो हमारे पास 10 पेज हैं और हम चौथे पेज से अगर जा रहे हैं इस पेज पे, तो इट विल रिटर्न टू फोर्थ पेज. अगर हम छठवें पेज से जा रहे हैं तो इट विल रिटर्न टू सिक्स्थ पेज. जहां से भी हम इस पेज पे आएंगे, इस बटन पे क्लिक करेंगे, इट विल गो टू द प्रीवियस स्क्रीन. ठीक है. Now let's execute this and see how it is working. So whenever I click here, see it is validating, right? So how can I avoid this? So let's avoid this. I do not want to validate on next. So what I can do, so first of all, I go here, I will go here, and I will make this button as a exit button, right? How can I make? So I can assign this function type as exit command. Okay, I will activate this. And this logic, so whatever logic we are having here for next, this logic where we have to move, we have to move at our exit command module. So what is our exit command module here? This one. This code I have to write here. So instead of when, I have to write else if, for example, else if, and here and if. Okay, now let's see how it will work. So not here, I have written in wrong place. Let me do control chat. Okay, so this is our exit command. So let me go back, save. So this is our exit command, this one. So here I have to write else if next, else if SciUcom equals to next. Are you getting me what I am doing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so the problem was it was validating, right? So मैंने क्या किया, उसको exit command बना दिया. Now it will not validate, it will directly come here. When I come back, it will come here. Okay, so this is how navigation work. and I believe we have still 2 minutes. Okay, so any doubt till now, or should I repeat everything again? So first of all, I have created this screen. I have designed
Mhm.
2 input box, 3 input box. One I have made only output, so it has disabled. And then 2 input,
Yes.
2 label, 2 button. This button is doing multiply. I have defined some ID, and this ID I declared in our top include, right? And
Mhm.
when I do multiply, I have written the logic in when siucom equals to multiply mul, right? This, then what I'm doing, I'm multiplying this and assigning here, so it is displaying here. And go next, I'm just doing call screen next, and go in back button. Here I have created one back button, and here in back button I have written leave to screen 0, so it is leaving to previous screen. And also we have created one pf status, which we can see here, and here we have activated this one back button, so this is enabled in our output. And here I made this as exit command, and the code I have written and here in exit command module. So if I come here, so this is our exit command module, and this is our normal module. We can have multiple modules here, okay, like form. So this is nothing like form and perform. Okay, so till now everything is clear.
Yes.
So I just
One thing.
repeated everything till now. Yeah, tell
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Means when we are defining the back command, how we come to know that in which user command we have to write the code?
Okay, so this which module you are asking, right?
Yes. Which module?
So we can write code in any module, लेकिन हमने उसको exit command
Oh.
बनाया था, right? Button को type.
Mhm.
That's why I have written
Yes.
here in at exit command module.
Okay.
अगर वो exit
Okay.
command हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे तो वो फिर exit command जैसे वर्क नहीं करेगा. पहले हमने उसको यहीं लिखा था, right?
Yes.
लेकिन it was not working
Yes.
as expected. So हमने उसके लिए क्या बनाया, एक नया
Uh-huh.
मॉड्यूल विद exit command बनाया. तो यहाँ पे हम हर मॉड्यूल में एक एक कोड लिख सकते हैं, किसी मॉड्यूल में कुछ भी कोड लिख सकते हैं, because
Acha.
everything
Acha.
is related
Okay.
to each other. But this is for
Okay.
validation, okay? And this chain and
Mhm.
chain also we have discussed.